how sweet to be an idiot.
Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
This is the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Yo, thank you for joining us for another week, man. Salute to everybody that has been subscribing and ranking us on iTunes. We really appreciate that. 5-star shit. Salute to everybody that listens to us on SoundCloud.
Thank you.
All the different blogs that have been taking pieces of the Brilliant Idiots and posting them. I mean,
yes.
Age-old arguments have been reheated because of the Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Jay-Z and Nas got some heat again.
They hitting me like, you really thought Takeover was better than Ether? I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. This is not 2001, dog. All right. Relax. All right. Now,
first of all, we're eating right now.
I ain't even going to front. Let me tell you something.
These are delicious.
Let me keep it 100 with y'all. Nature Box has not paid for an endorsement in this show.
They have not, but we still eating their food.
Yeah, I'm sitting there with you saying the fake corn sticks because I truly...
Do you have the corn sticks?
I got them right here.
All right, I'm going to switch with you in a second. No, I'm going to get a handful.
Good. You got your stick? What you got?
I'm going to get a handful. I got the Chipotle maple almonds.
All right, you stay over there with your little Chipotle almonds. We got Danielle Gibson snacking. What you over there eating, Danielle?
Hi, I'm eating lemon almond biscotti bites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's enough for Nature Box until the next show.
All right, let me get a little handful of that.
Yeah, man. I'll switch it. First of all, let me introduce y'all to today's guest now. You know, we're working on something over at don't take the fucking bag, Schultz.
Man, I'm gonna give it back to you.
We're working on something at MTV and MTV2. You know, that's our other home. And they brought in this young lady. You know, her name is Danielle Gibson. I didn't know what she did till they put me on to her. They said she has a web series called Seriously, and you know, she sat down with us and we just had a conversation, and I just thought she was funny as fuck. Not to put any pressure on you to be funny or anything.
Oh, and I have to say, he hit me immediately after. He's like, yo, you know this chick named Danielle? I'm like,
and
no.
you didn't.
I didn't know her. I looked you up. You know that?
Yeah.
I looked up Danielle Seriously, and it didn't. I looked up Danielle Seriously on YouTube. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing that we'll get to later. But I was like, yo, who is this chick? I tried. He's, yo, she's so funny. She's so funny. She's so funny. So I was very excited to come see you today. When he said, yo, let's get her on the podcast, I was like, let's do it.
I'm so glad because I was nervous going in.
Why?
Because I didn't know anything about sports.
Okay.
And even just now listening to you guys, I didn't know what you were talking about. I tried to listen because I was like, what if there's a test later? Like, what if that's a thing you do to your guests?
Yeah.
You quiz them on it.
Nothing.
But I still don't really understand. I hear you're winning. That's great. Congratulations.
We don't even talk about sports in this podcast.
Okay.
Really.
Yeah,
Okay, then let's talk about me.
Yeah, let's talk about you.
Where you from?
I'm from Toronto.
Now, before I was married, I used to love to fuck girls from Toronto because y'all are so beautiful. Most girls from Toronto are drop dead gorgeous and dumb as all get out. But you're not dumb.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But
Now, why
I'm
do you
also.
think he would think girls from Toronto are dumb? Because they would
know.
sleep with them?
I mean, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Because I
You
don't
assume
think
the
girls
smart
are
girl
from
wouldn't
Toronto are
have
dumb.
sex with you?
I have sex with a lot of intelligent girls. I'm not going to say dumb. Dumb is the wrong word to use. I don't want girls from Toronto to be mad at me. Naive.
Naive. They believed everything you said.
There you go.
We are
Yeah.
unabashedly eating while we're recording this podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to stop. Hold on.
These
One more
corn sticks are
handful.
amazing.
One more
Anyway.
handful. Hold on.
How many? Can I ask how many girls?
From Toronto that I fucked?
Yeah.
In my life, 4.
Okay.
I fucked one on my birthday. This was about 3 years ago. I fucked her on my birthday, and I fucked her in the office at the radio station. Great story, by the way. I fucked her in the office at the radio station, fucked the shit out of her on the desk, and fucked her on this air mattress, and I fucked her up. My pussy started bleeding.
Oh,
Right?
God.
So when my pussy started bleeding, I just flipped the air mattress over.
Uh-huh.
And then we all both went to the club smelling sweaty and like sex. So my coworker comes in the next day and is like, why is the air mattress flipped over? He flips it over, DJ Envy. He's laying on it. He's like,
You let him lay on the...
immediately next morning, he's laying on it. He comes in and he goes, yo, man, who the fuck spilled coffee on the air mattress? Right? So I go, what you mean somebody spilled coffee on the air mattress? He was like, I mean, I was laying and I rubbed it, I put my hand on, like, what the fuck? You know, I was like, it's coffee. I'm like, oh, no doubt. I said, don't worry about it, man. I get another air mattress.
You're like ahead of the curve because I actually think that I know it wasn't her period. I know you just fucked her so hard that she was bleeding.
I think
but,
actually.
How do you know? It might have been her period.
It might have been her period, but I'm gonna go with the fact I fucked
Right.
Dude, guys, we do that all the time. Do you girls know that about us?
Do what?
Like if your period starts...
You want to think it was you?
Yeah, we're like, I made that shit go jump the gun.
Well, it's like I think it's coming more into rage period sex. So you were ahead of the curve.
Wait, rage period sex?
No, like into the rage. Like
yeah.
there's like
It's popular.
it's a hot thing.
Yeah,
to
a
do.
period don't stop nothing but a sentence in my life.
It's
Listen,
what?
I run a red light in a
I lost
heartbeat.
my virginity when a girl's on her period.
Yeah, why not?
You fuck on your period, Danielle?
Yeah, why not?
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
What if
why
you've
not?
never slept with the guy first? That's the first time you
No.
want to do it?
No.
No,
Did
right?
they have to be
No,
a
it can't be the
boyfriend
first
or-
time. Yeah, probably. Yeah, well, at this point in my life, yes.
You're
Absolutely.
very open-minded. How did you get so open-minded to say,
Canadians.
you know
Canadian. Didn't you
They're
talk
the
to these
best
girls?
people.
what? Some people don't find that funny. You gonna give me this period pussy? I don't want none of this shit.
Canadians, you can't knock. They're fine with everything. It's amazing.
But and I also think like if I'm having sex with someone, I know them a certain amount. Like I'm not gonna go out and just have sex with some guy I met that night. So
Have you ever done that?
no, not sex. Not sex.
What
no.
was the
I mean, we did everything but.
You gave him a head. You gave him head. You let him eat your pussy.
Yeah.
Wow, Danielle.
Yeah.
You don't strike me as that type.
What do
I
you
know
mean
because
that
you thought I
tight?
was a lesbian.
That's also true. Yeah. Now we should also note that Charlamagne did think that Danielle was a lesbian this entire time.
But can I ask, was it because other people said that, or from your own personal like taking me in?
Well, I mean, you dress in all black.
Yes.
Right now, you have a collar on like a reverend.
Yes.
Like a nun, but you're not a nun.
So that's very lesbianic.
You wear glasses.
Who thinks Catholicism? Oh, lesbian, definitely.
Yeah.
You wear glasses and you pronounce all your words.
Oh, okay.
Like you enunciate.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I don't wear glasses all the time, just to see. You know, so
That's good.
yeah,
That's usually why people wear them.
yeah.
Actually, not in New York. Maybe it's more of like the rage.
A style thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us some more about you before we get into some of these hot topics. You're
Oh
here
my
from
gosh.
Toronto. I know you moved
Yep.
here in 2006.
Yep. I went to NYU and then graduated, and then my writing partner, who you may have thought was my partner, my writing
Not
partner.
sexual partner, just writing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alex Fieber and I made a web series called Seriously, SRSLY, like when you text it.
Very
Just
popular, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, it's done pretty well. It's very empowering to do your own thing, to write your own thing, because we went to school for musical theater. And then, when we graduated, you sort of wait around for like the phone to ring for a couple months, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we just decided to take matters into our own hands and write our own material.
Okay, that is the beauty of the world we live in 2014. You don't gotta wait on the gatekeepers.
Right.
You don't gotta
Make
write
it
no
yourself.
one sheet.
Yeah, totally.
You don't gotta write no one sheet, no script, and say, "Hey, I got this show called Seriously." Go do it your fucking self.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get access to cameras and shit?
We went to NYU, so we had friends who were in the film and TV department.
Okay.
So they, you have those friends, and they're in the same boat when they graduate. They just want to make stuff.
Yeah.
So we just sort of came to them with an idea, and they're like, "Hell yeah, let's do it."
And that's so easy. Like, that's the biggest excuse people always have is, like, oh, I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to shoot. I don't have
Learn.
Yeah.
Not even fuck learn. There's so many people that are sitting there with a camera that know how to edit that go, I don't know how to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And they're waiting for somebody who's funny to
Build
just
your
call
fucking
them the
team.
fuck up
Build
and
your
go,
team.
hey, will
Yeah.
you videotape me or whatever.
All
Now,
these free agents,
here's
build
the
your
thing
team.
that's different with them. You don't do your web stuff. You guys put out a web series called Seriously. You don't do it on YouTube.
No, well, it's on YouTube, but we promote through Vimeo.
Oh, it is on YouTube.
It is on. We upload everything to everything because why not? But we promote through YouTube, and the links from our website. I mean, we promote through Vimeo, and the links from our website are Vimeo. Just because we like the aesthetic of Vimeo over YouTube, and there aren't any ads on Vimeo yet.
Really? So how Vimeo making money?
I don't know.
So you're not making money on Vimeo.
No, we don't make any money off
You're
Vimeo.
making money on YouTube, Danielle.
I don't know if you'd make that much money.
Bullshit.
I mean,
It is
I think
dudes
if
out
you're,
there making hundreds of $1,000s off YouTube views. You ever heard of Timothy Leggett?
You ever heard of Terrio?
Timothy Leggett
Yeah,
bought
I
his
heard
parents
of
a house.
Terrio.
Terrio's my
Terrio
boy.
ain't making no fucking money.
Terrio's a millionaire.
Stop it, man.
Terrio just signed a deal with gelatin.
Stop it. Stop spreading that bullshit.
He
to
did.
my
He just
people.
signed. He just.
I do not
he's
want-
the
gelatin
new,
like Jello?
like the pudding. He just signed. He's the new pudding
Shut
mascot.
the fuck up.
No, hold on. You're gonna tell me that you didn't get that TMZ report where he signed with Jello. Jello pudding signed
Shut-
Terrio 3-year deal, $13 million.
No.
I'm going to Google right now.
Paid in pudding. It's paid in just pudding.
Yeah, okay. I knew that was some bullshit. You got me about to be so fucking mad at. I was about to-
Yeah, and Canadians
seen-
are the naive ones.
Yeah, exactly right. Where you from? Toronto, dog? How you
about
believing
to
all this
hate
shit?
on Terrio so bad. Terrio's getting donkey of the day tomorrow for no fucking reason. Like that little fat fuck getting endorsement deals at 7 years old
That
for
would be
nothing.
a crime if you got an endorsement deal
13
to
million.
fucking pudding.
You know who Terrio is, Danielle?
Yeah, I know. He's the person who dances.
Yeah.
He's young. He's
Ooh,
got a
kill
problem.
him.
What?
He goes, ooh, kill him.
He does?
That's his thing. That's his
No,
like,
I only know because we just talked about him.
Oh, you didn't
He
know
performed on the
before that?
award show.
Which
at
award show?
BET.
You know this shit?
We just talked about it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
MTV,
besides that, listen, it's
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know shit about that either.
Yeah.
We fake it on
It's
the
a
TV.
lot to.
I watched
a
the
lot
BET
of
Hip
people.
Hop Awards. I like it because it's what we call good garbage. You know what good garbage is?
Yeah. I
Good
watched
garbage is when
clips of it.
something's whack but it's good. Like, who do you think is good garbage? Like, now that I've told you the definition.
All Real Housewives, good garbage.
Good garbage.
I love Real.
Bachelorette.
Yes, depending on the cast.
Oh.
Like a couple seasons back, there was this villain named Courtney on The Bachelor, and that was amazing garbage. You couldn't have written it, you know. I mean, they wrote it, but
Yeah.
it was amazing. Yeah, Real Housewives. Yeah, pretty much anything on Bravo.
But you didn't watch the Hip Hop Awards.
I watched clips of it.
I'm always interested. What do people do to take care of their reality while they're chasing their dream? How do you keep your lights on?
Right. I mean, luckily, my parents took care of school, so I was fine. I didn't have to worry. I'm not in debt from school, which is great because NYU is insanely expensive. But then, yeah, Alex and I were pretty lucky in that we started doing this very soon after college, and it's been pretty good for us. You know, it's not amazing. I'm not.
We should explain how they make money off this. Like, this is really interesting to me.
I don't know if they're making money. Are
No,
y'all
they
making
are.
money?
We're making a little bit of money.
How? Because you said Vimeo don't pay.
So you
for
put
videos.
these, but explain to them, you put these clips up, and then these clips have, gained popularity, and now brands hit you guys up.
Yeah, it's like brands want content. So they see that we're making these videos anyway. They're already short. They look really good because our crew is really awesome.
Okay.
And they see that we're doing it, and if we're doing it for ourselves, we're probably not spending that much money, so it's probably cheap. And so like a bunch of people want branded content.
Give
and
me an
that's how
example of somebody. You were
Well,
saying.
we've done stuff with Glamour magazine. We've done videos for them, and now we write a page in the magazine. And then we did Refinery 29. We did Birchbox. We did Bare Minerals, and we're working on one right now. Since we haven't signed we're supposed to sign it. I don't want to say it. Yeah, exactly.
But the point is,
they make y'all do product placement.
Well, the thing is like no one wants to do outright product placement because they're savvy. They know that no one wants to see that. So it's always just like if for Bare Minerals, it was like we were going to a party, and as we walked in the door, we put on lip gloss. We didn't say it.
Got you.
But
the
it's
point,
in the branding.
The point being is like all these people that are putting stuff out on YouTube right now, you got to understand that if this stuff is valuable to a brand or a brand thinks that they could use it, they'll contact you and they'll say, hey, let's create something. They did that with King Bach, the Vine guy, King Bach. King Bach, is that his name?
I think so.
This guy's in the new Jordan commercial.
Those are people that are moving the culture forward. They're forward thinking. You know,
Sure.
those are the kind of people you want working for your company.
Sure.
They're like, look, no, it is value in these guys that are getting these millions and hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube.
Especially in commercial form. Does somebody who makes Vine videos, can they hold down a whole TV show? We don't know yet. It hasn't happened yet. But can they hold down 30 seconds of content? That's
Goddamn
what
right.
they do.
Yeah, so give them a couple $1,000 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
And let them make a
They make
Budweiser
so much
ad.
money. I think Vine superstars, like that's what we should have done. We should have gone into Vine because they're making so much
I
money.
heard it's a lot of people on Vine making money. Even those kids, what's those kids who got a movie from Vine?
I don't
Forgot
remember
their name.
names.
Their Vines are so whack to me, though.
Yeah. It's a full-length movie, and I read it. I was
Like
like,
they
damn
do.
it.
Oh, let me Google that.
Should have gotten into Vine.
Someone made a movie off of Vine?
No, they got a movie deal.
Why? Why would anybody? No.
Stop hating. There's nothing you cannot do in life. And I just want to say this. You don't have to suck dick to make it.
But it works.
You don't have to sell pussy to make it.
No.
It makes it a lot faster.
No,
know
hold on.
that.
Let me look up this
honestly.
movie deal. Did you ever think about sucking dick to make ends meet moving
No,
from
I
Toronto?
never got
Have
that
you
bad.
ever been pressed by like an
Nas
exec?
Greer and Cameron Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I want to know this. Have you
No,
ever been
no one's
pressured?
ever. Everyone thought I was a lesbian. I guess so. No one asked.
Really?
No,
worry,
I don't
it's
think.
coming.
I honestly don't think anyone thinks I'm a lesbian. Just
Honestly,
you guys, and it's not a bad thing. I'm fine with it.
I never thought
but-
you were a lesbian.
Yeah.
I think he just thought you were a lesbian.
Those days are over, though.
What?
I was having this conversation the other day. The days of executives fucking people.
Yeah. There's too
career
much
advancement?
proof.
Yeah.
Like, there's too many ways to prove stuff.
There's too many ways to benefit from calling them out. I think
Yeah.
that's the issue. Like, all you got to do is call out one exec that fucked you and fucked you over. Not only you make millions, you're going to get a book deal. You're going to get on a reality show. That's a better launching pad. Calling out somebody
Yeah.
for sexually harassing you is way better than sucking dick. That's the new sucking dick.
Listen, I had a gay homeboy. It's a true story. Gay executive. My dog, he told me, he said, yo, back in the day, it used to be fun to fuck guys who were straight. It used to be fun to fuck them and help
Mess up-
them with their careers and stuff. He's like, nah, people are gay. They wanna fuck. It ain't no fun no more. I made
is
that
it?
up. Don't worry. That's just something I think.
You know, you didn't make that up. And there is somebody out there who's listening to this, like Charlemagne, calling me out on my shit.
Well, it's not just. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's happening that much anymore with like movie or TV execs, but it happens. There's been a whole controversy with a YouTube star who I guess like took his fan, like sexually harassed or assaulted a bunch of his fans. Sam Pepper. He's in the UK.
Pepper.
He did those videos. He does prank videos.
No, I've met him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's in trouble.
Hold up.
So wait, what happened?
So those YouTube stars are motherfucking so popular that they got groupies?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, these kids, YouTube is just TV to these kids, man.
I mean, if you're
It's
young
new.
and cute and you're on the internet, you're going to have a groupie.
Yeah.
I mean, I
you
don't think it takes
Tim
that
De La
much.
Ghetto get some pussy off that shit? Come on.
He got too much acne to be getting pussy.
Nah,
If he was really getting pussy, he wouldn't have all that acne.
Pussy, trust me, man. Acne never stopped. I mean, George Lopez gets pussy. George Lopez's face looks like fucking Kabul.
I want to talk, but he's rich.
All right.
I want to talk about Ebola real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what I want to talk about Ebola.
Okay.
I feel like there's so much fear mongering going on here in
Yes.
America. I feel like there's so much propaganda. The media, for whatever reason, is trying to distract us from shit that is important. And I'm not saying Ebola is not important. It's just not that important over here yet. Only 3 people have caught it thus far. 1 person has died. Now, I was reading the New York Post and the Daily News. They said that they have to contain it within 60 days or it's going to be like crazy, like ultimate mayhem, right? So they said they have to bury 70% of the bodies that are contaminated and treat 70% of the people so it doesn't get out of hand by December 1st.
This is on a global scale, not just in the United States.
On a global scale. So I say you have to treat a tree at the root. Where are the majority of the deaths? West Africa. Where are the majority of people infected? West Africa. So we send our resources over there, try to treat those people, bury those bodies, contain it there, and then when it happens other places, go handle it. It's motherfuckers here, and I ain't mad at America for feeling like this because we are Americans. They're like, no, we got to contain it here. It's 3 people. We got them under control. But it's motherfuckers.
Do we?
Why would
It
we?
was 1 person, and then it became 3.
Yeah, but the one
So
person.
we must not have it under control.
The one person infected 2 people who were treating him.
Yeah, that's
people
how.
that work there.
That's
It's
how
not-
this shit works. So
Okay.
clearly we don't have it under control.
It's 3
That's how
people, though.
infection works.
It's 3 people. We need to go to West Africa, treat motherfuckers there, and the motherfuckers that we treat that go over there to treat people, they got to stay there. They can't come back for at least 2 years until we know that they don't have it either.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
So why would any guy go there?
to help people. Yes.
Wait. Or so wait, he can't. We have to send our people over there to go help, and then they can't come back. And you know it's not going to be 2 doctors. We got to send tons of people.
Yeah, they got to.
Or
they got to
we
wait
could
at
just
least a year. We got to make sure they're Ebola free
Or
before
we
they come
could
back.
have them stay here, make sure that they help us, make sure everything works out here, and we can cut off any fucking flights coming into America. Tests on the flights.
So just F everybody
They
else.
do that shit.
Yeah, that's the American.
That's the American way.
American
Yeah, that's how this shit works.
What do you think,
No, here's the
Danielle?
thing. I think we should
I agree
send,
with you. I think take care of it over there. It's obviously worse. 1 to 3 is scary, but I'm not that worried about it. I think, the 24-hour news cycle just needs something to run with.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
What-
so this is a huge story, and it's in now, especially now that it's actually in America. You guys love being scared about stuff.
Oh, of course,
So-
yeah. But here, she's from Canada. Oh no, we already spoke about that. Yeah. Here's the thing. I think that we should do both. I think that we should treat it here and treat it over there. But I don't think it should be like, oh, we got to get at the source and then we'll be fine because we just have 3 people.
Yeah,
I think you treat it with the same type of, you treat the same severity over there that you would here. I don't care if it's 3 people. You
What
just got to
pisses me
chill.
off is the headline: Ebola outbreak in America. It's not an outbreak. 3 people have caught it, and it's so sad that they're doing this right under our nose with the fear mongering. This is media propaganda at its finest.
Question. The NFL players have killed more people than Ebola, but we are not shutting down the NFL.
No.
We're not sending anybody over there.
No.
You know what I mean? We're not firing Goodell. Or
Police have
cops,
killed
yeah.
more people in the past month than Ebola has in America. Where's the outrage? But they did have us terrified of police, well, at least black people, for the past 2 weeks.
for the past 2 weeks.
Okay, we're still
past 100 years.
100 years, and we're still terrified of them right now. But
Yeah.
guess what? We're not as scared of the police as we are of Ebola.
Ebola is gonna get you.
That shit is whack
Are you
to
really
me, dog.
scared of Ebola? I'm
No.
not scared of Ebola. I don't care. I don't really. Honestly, I know this sounds fucked up. Maybe this is some real American shit, but like, I don't use Purell. I don't fucking care about germs.
No,
if
I'm
there's
the same way.
hair in my food, I take it out and I eat the fucking food. Like
I ain't that cocky.
I don't care. I just don't care.
that.
Like, do you get sick that often?
No.
No.
Like, then who gives a fuck? Like, we're good.
I'm not that cocky with it though. I still respect Ebola. Ebola, if you're out there listening, I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? And I do respect you.
More people die in car accidents
you're
than
not daring
Ebola.
it
Like,
to-
Yeah, I'm
do
not.
something.
Yeah, I'm not daring you to do something to me, Ebola. I'm just saying. I see what you're doing over there in West Africa. Clearly, you like fucking them people up more
Yeah.
than me. Freddie never left Elm Street. You ain't never heard no kids on Meeting Street or Calhoun Street or Canal Street
Right.
talking about Freddie. Freddie never left Elm Street.
Well, Freddie did go to space at one point, I think.
He did.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember Freddie going.
man,
to
I
space.
stopped watching.
Or
but
maybe
I-
that was Jason.
I didn't.
My bad.
Yeah, that was that was Jason.
But hold up, Jason's another good example. Jason never left Camp Crystal
He
Lake.
did. He did.
He did. He went to
When?
New York.
He went to New York.
He went
Jason's
to,
in New
he
York.
went to space.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when Tyler Perry started directing that shit. He started
Yeah.
sending Jason.
Yo,
every fucking way. I
Jason.
remember that
Jason
shit.
got freaking flyer miles, man. Jason's
Yeah.
been out there.
You know what? That's the thing, though. It's the horror movies. It's like World War Z. It's so realistic when it happens in the movies,
What?
where it's just like there's just that one case,
Yeah.
then someone touches them the wrong way.
Done.
Suddenly, you're Gwyneth Paltrow dying on the hospital
Look,
bed.
honestly, you could argue that these types of diseases need recognition because look what happened with AIDS. Right? Everybody ignored AIDS. We looked at all these people. There were thousands of people dying of AIDS in the gay community, right? Thousands before anybody was like, oh, that just affects them. So
Right.
we should just look at Africa like that. Oh, yeah, that just affects Africans. Don't worry about that. No, we got to get involved now. It affects us, affects them, affects everybody.
Let me tell you why HIV is and always will be the granddaddy of them all. The cream de la creme. The king. Ain't nobody fucking with HIV. He's the greatest of all time. Because it infects us through something that we love to do. Whether you're gay, whether you're straight, it doesn't matter. We like fucking. And being that HIV and AIDS, that's one of the main reasons how you contract it is through sex. That's why it will always be the illest shit. Ebola, we ain't worried about fucking Ebola.
Bro,
because we
Ebola-
feel like we can stay out of Ebola's way.
You can't. Ebola's easier to get than HIV.
Who told you this lie?
Bro, do you know
You
how to,
have not read
Do you know
shit.
how to get Ebola?
Yes.
How do you get Ebola?
You get Ebola through contact with bodily fluids.
What the fuck you think sex is, motherfucker?
Motherfucker got to throw
Hold
up
on.
on you.
Explain to me what sex is
Listen
if
to
it
me.
isn't
Listen to me.
contact
Are you
through
listening to
bodily
what I'm
fluids.
saying?
Yes.
You're having sex. You're taking a condom off. You're putting your penis inside somebody. Somebody has to throw up on you with Ebola, pee on you. You let motherfucker pee on you, Schultz?
No.
Okay, then. So what are you talking about?
You don't think you can get it through sex? You don't think you can get it through saliva?
I'm not gonna fuck somebody with Ebola.
You can get it through saliva. You're not going to fuck somebody with
Who's gonna
HIV.
spit on me?
You don't know if they got HIV. When you kiss, do you not use saliva?
That's the point I'm telling you. We cannot stay out of the way of HIV because we all love sex. Every time we lay down with somebody who's not our mate, we run the risk of catching HIV, AIDS, and all kind of other shit.
Everything you do to have sex
Okay.
can also give you Ebola.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying.
Are you fucking somebody you know who got Ebola?
Are you fucking someone you know got AIDS?
No.
No,
But
exactly.
But what I'm telling you is, I don't know what the fuck I'm telling you.
I
I'm just-
don't know.
I think you guys are agreeing
that
with each
Ebola
other.
is very difficult to catch. Every medical expert says that shit. They say, matter of fact, they say Ebola is almost impossible to catch.
ooh, I
I'm just telling you what
wouldn't
they
even
say.
throw that
Hey,
one out
I'm
there.
just telling you what they say.
Man,
Yeah.
I don't even want to put
I don't want Ebola to try to prove something.
Nah, I don't. I'm
think.
not trying to
now
prove
you're
shit.
just asking for shit.
No, hold on. I want to Google this type shit. Because
Hold on. Wax is demanded to come out here and address the public.
about a disease he knows nothing the fuck about.
Right, Ebola.
Listen, I'm telling you, I don't know nothing about it. I'm trying to get the facts about it.
Okay, so what do you have so far?
A lot of people got it in the United States.
No,
That's wrong.
it's not true.
3 people have it in the
Three
United
people have it
States.
in the
You
United
have
States.
more baby mamas than there are people with Ebola in the
You've
United
had more
States.
girls potentially pregnant than it is that have Ebola.
You've kidnapped more people.
You've done more damage in the United States than Ebola has.
Exactly.
You,
We should
personally.
call you Ebola, honestly.
I might be called Ebola. Why not?
All right, I'm gonna give you some facts. I read this earlier, but Ebola is a difficult disease to contract, requiring direct contact with the bodily fluids of another.
Do it have
Ebola
anything to
patient.
do with doodle?
Wait. So what do you think? Okay, how do you get Ebola?
I think people's eating doodle.
Why would they eat doo-doo?
Nah, because you know it's like the dogs that got like polvo, is it parvo or something
I
like
don't
that?
know what that is
Because like when they get on the grass, because they went to the bathroom on the grass and then they put their stomachs on it and stuff like that, and then it's like a
So you think
disease just
people in
like
Africa
that.
are eating doo-doo?
Oh, they got toilets and stuff, right?
Listen,
Yep. So why would they be eating doo-doo in Africa?
I can't even tell you. I was
Listen
like,
to me.
I asked you earlier. I'm like,
To
can't
be
we send them
clear-
some food?
To be clear, this is coming from Vox.com. Direct contact with bodily fluids means to get into your broken skin, such as a wound, or onto your mucous membranes, mouth, nose, eyes, vagina. Ebola can also live on surfaces for a few hours and in blood outside of the body for up to a few days. So there is a risk of getting Ebola by touching a contaminated surface, but it's not as contagious as Hollywood depicts it either. It seems to spread through direct contact with the bodily fluids. Vomit, semen, sweat, or blood.
But
Now,
listen, put it like this.
how do they-
Schultz just now took a shit just now,
I just
right?
took a shit. Yeah.
So what if somebody had Ebola and sitting on that same toilet right before you? What's happened?
Well, I don't have any open wounds there. Unless
You do
the-
your asshole. What are you
So
talking
unless
about?
the Ebola creeped
not a
up in
wound.
my asshole.
That is a wound.
No.
Everybody, so your asshole's a wound? Who hurt you, Wax? Who put
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
that wound in your
Yeah.
asshole?
I thought it was a wound. So what's a girl's vagina?
That's a vagina.
That's a wound, an
No,
open
it's
wound.
not.
Womb.
It could-
Womb.
Womb.
W-O-M-B.
There's a womb in there.
Not wound.
Wound
Wound
is-
means
I
somebody hurt you.
wound somebody.
Yeah,
Like
wound
I put,
is
if I
what you
put
do
somebody
to
in the
people.
jaw.
Exactly.
I wound his
That's a
ass.
wound.
Yeah,
so
you
you
didn't
think
wound 'em.
vaginas are made out of punching girls in the crotch?
Nah, I'm saying it got blood come out the shit.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
okay,
okay.
okay.
We had a good discussion on Ebola.
This is why I don't let Wax talk.
All right, in Canada, you're saying people don't worry about Ebola?
I don't think. Well, I haven't been there for a couple weeks, but I don't think they're worried. I don't think.
Why do you think Americans worry about shit?
Well,
Because of the media.
yeah.
That's all it is.
It's all the media.
And social media heightens it because motherfuckers don't know shit about nothing. And they just tweet shit like, hey, if you're walking down the street and somebody blinks at you and they got Ebola, you can catch Ebola too.
And I think I don't want to sound like I'm coming off as an America hater because I love America and I live here,
Listen,
obviously.
I know every Canadian's got a little resentment for America.
No, I love
My
it. I
girl's
have the-
Canadian. You all got
No.
a little bit in
I can
you.
only get hard for America. I love it here.
All right.
But I think Americans, you can admit, are very navel gazy and very concerned with themselves.
I don't know what navel gazing means.
It means it just means yourself. You're concerned with yourself.
Okay.
You're staring at yourselves
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. We're the only ones that
You're
matter.
looking down. You're not
Yeah.
looking around.
No, we don't
Yeah.
care about anything else
Yeah.
going on outside
and
of
so
us.
I think it was a big deal, but just now that it's in America, it's like inescapable. Like this is the number one thing that you
Yeah.
guys are all freaked out about because it could affect you. It probably won't. It pretty much definitely won't, but it could. And you're all obsessed with yourselves, so you're scared of it.
But are other places not obsessed with themselves? What country isn't obsessed with themselves? Go to a soccer match.
Canada
Go to-
isn't. Canada's obsessed with America.
America's
Go,
very arrogant, though.
go to a hockey match. The Canadians are the biggest, craziest fans ever. It's
Yeah, but
insane.
it's the thing of like when America sneezes, the rest of the world catches a cold. America is number one still. Everyone's interested in America.
But that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, I always have this argument with Europeans and stuff like that about like, you know, Americans, you don't know anything about our country and that kind of stuff. It's like, well, because we don't need to. Like,
Right.
why would we need to know about your country?
Yeah, I'm not
If
arguing
they
that.
want to see good movies, they gotta fucking come to America or
Yeah.
France or Italy, a place that's got some good ass movies.
Yeah.
You want Breaking Bad?
You want Gone Girl?
You want Gone Girl?
Yeah.
Well, come on, get it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Let me tell you about these good ass diseases.
This is an interesting topic. Like we get accused of being. I'm not saying you are accusing us of being arrogant, but like Americans, we get accused of being arrogant because we don't know what's going on in the world. But they don't understand.
we don't know what's going on in America.
I make that point a lot too.
We
but-
read headlines.
But here's
we
the thing.
deliver a lot of content with no context.
Okay, but regardless, besides that, what happens in those other countries does not affect us as much as what happens here affects these people in other countries.
I don't believe that.
For example, if we make policy, a world policy, that can affect a bunch of other countries. We have veto power in the UN. Like, there's a lot of things that happen just on a global level in America that can affect other countries. If Sweden says, you know what, we're not going to make alcohol anymore, I got Grey Goose. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, there are other vodkas out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this to be, I'm just trying to be like logical about this shit. I happen to have traveled. I learned about the world and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I continue to want to learn about it. But this idea that Americans are stupid for not going out there and looking into more
First of
information.
all, why would you want to go anyplace other than America? Let's be clear. You know that the beauty of America. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm going to tell you why. America is so inviting. America's the only place where we let anybody come over here and make some goddamn money.
Actually, no, we don't make it. Actually, Canada is the place that lets anybody in. We don't let nobody in this shit.
It's hard to get.
Bro,
it's
you
hard
gotta
to get in
you
America.
gotta walk in a fucking desert for 2 weeks with a barrel of water, hoping that you don't get torn apart by like coyotes and shit to get here from Mexico.
I'm not just talking about Mexicans. I'm talking about people from the Caribbean, people from the European, Canadians.
We don't let
It's hard to get visas, though.
What are you
It is
talking
hard to
about?
get visas.
You know how hard it is to get a visa, dog?
It don't matter. You know how many? This is America. America. It don't matter. America. The fuck you talking about?
You know how hard it is to get in here? It doesn't matter. That's not part of my argument.
America dangles like the carrot of the American dream, and it's like, come on, don't you want to try? And then once you get here, it is very difficult to get a visa.
But it's a great American melting pot.
Yes.
New York is a great example of that. New York got little China. New York got little Italy. New York got this is the prime example of that
look,
shit.
my mom's the American dream, dude. She's not from here. She came here and made it. It's amazing. I agree. But what I'm telling you is, and I know from my girlfriend not being from here, and you're not from here, getting a visa is a pain in the ass. And even that visa, you can only work in that field.
Yeah.
You know, like do you have the visa that
I have the O1.
So you have an O1,
Yeah.
so you can only legally work in the arts, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like,
Okay, well, guess what? Stop trying to get a motherfucking visa. Do what all these other motherfuckers are doing and live here illegally. Who the fuck?
oh,
told
so
you
you're
to
just
get a
gonna
visa?
be on MTV illegally? yo, where your
Bet
papers?
your Akasha ain't got no goddamn papers.
Akash was born here, you racist
okay.
motherfucker! Oh my god! Just because he's not white or black, he's not from here. You're taking a phone call in the middle of the fucking show.
Listen, we all know that when LA calls you.
Oh, was that
pick up the
LA?
phone. Oh yeah.
That was at 310.
Hollywood
good
calling.
That was a 310.
That was a good one,
Okay.
dog. That was a good one based on some past work I had done.
Oh really?
Yeah, because you know, I had a cameo in a movie that's coming out called Grow House, starring our guy Little Duval and D. Ray Davis, and that was somebody from there calling me about something else.
Another movie
A
situation.
spin-off maybe of this
Actually,
character.
a TV show.
Okay, TV show. Yeah.
It's been a tough year for fantasy football players.
Yes, I have.
Suspensions, injuries, and flat out buster everywhere. It's time to leave those problems behind and get a brand new team every week on FanDuel.com. All right, now I rock with the fantasy team, even though for the first time in a long time, me as a Dallas Cowboy fan, my reality team
It's beating your fantasy.
is doing better than my fantasy team. We're 5-1 out here in these streets. Okay,
Congratulations.
one time for my Dallas Cowboys, but salute to Joe Watson from New York. He played for less than 2 weeks last season and won over $30,000. I bet you don't make no money on your little fantasy football team.
Well, there's a $200 pool in mine. We can make a whole $200.
Yeah, but not $30,000. Okay?
But that's the thing. If you're on FanDuel, you go make some G's.
FanDuel.com, the leader
right.
in 1 week fantasy football leagues for real money with immediate cash payouts. The money is real, dog.
It's real.
Okay, entry fees start at just $1. No season-long commitment, no upfront fees. Play each week or whenever you want. It's all up to you. Just set a new lineup each week and win every week if you're good enough. FanDuel is paying out more than $10 million every single week. How the hell how can they afford to pay out $10 million?
They don't have to. People are buying in.
Jesus Christ, $10 million every single week this NFL season, but you have to play to win, so sign up today. Go to FanDuel.com and click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use my code BRILLIANT and sign up now, okay?
And remember, there's a new user special that is ending soon. FanDuel will match your first deposit dollar up to $200, okay? So if you put in 200, they're going to put in 200 to match it. Then you got 400 to play with. So go make some money. The offer is only good for the first 50 people that use my code BRILLIANT. All right? So don't forget to use my code BRILLIANT, FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. That is FanDuel.com. Sign up today.
Listen, I want y'all to go to Vox.com, right? VOX.com.
Okay.
And they have a great article called 9 Questions You Were Too... No, it's good. 9 questions you were too afraid to ask about Ebola. Number 1 question. How worried should I be about Ebola? Ebola is a difficult disease to contract, requiring direct contact with the bodily fluids of another Ebola patient. It cannot be contracted through more casual touch. If you ate at a restaurant or shopped in a store where somebody had been infected, you would not become infected because it's difficult to catch. Ebola is less contagious than most other infectious diseases we're familiar with, like measles or SARS. So far, all of the 48 people with whom the guy Duncan in Dallas had contact while he was contagious appear to be virus-free. There are some people who have cause for worry. Guess who those people are? Guess what this article says verbatim? Those who are living in West Africa. That's all I'm saying. That's why I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay.
Well, I'm glad now no one has to worry about that
Yes, that's all I
ever
wanted to say.
again.
Now, are you familiar with Miss Iggy Azalea?
Yes, I am. How could you not be? She's everywhere.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I just read you how to get AIDS?
Oh, gosh.
certain bodily fluids. Did you mention bodily fluids?
Direct contact.
From an HIV-infected person can transmit HIV. These bodily fluids are blood, semen, pre-seminal fluid, rectal fluids, vaginal fluids, breast milk. These bodily fluids must come into contact with a mucous membrane or damaged tissue to be directly injected into your bloodstream. That's harder.
Mucous membrane or damaged tissue.
It's harder to get HIV than it is Ebola.
No, it is
This
not.
is saying it needs to come into a mucous membrane or damaged tissue, meaning a cut in the body or a mucous present. What?
You gonna let somebody come in your nose?
No, I'm not letting anybody come anywhere.
Do you have damaged skin?
I don't have damaged skin.
Direct contact with bodily fluids. Listen, it's saying Ebola is a difficult disease to contract.
And this, what I'm saying is HIV is more difficult. That's my whole point. So you're saying that HIV is the Don Dada of diseases. I'm saying Ebola is easier to get than HIV.
I'm saying it's the Don Dada of diseases because it's through sex. We all love sex, no matter what. Listen, if they was to tell us right now Ebola was an STD, we still gonna fuck, dog. You got herpes out there, chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV. Motherfuckers like, man, I'm just gonna scrap up and take this risk, dog.
Yeah.
And wearing a whole lot less protection than these motherfuckers that are treating people with Ebola.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying. It's the way HIV is contracted.
Who's Don Dada?
It's like the best.
Quick question.
Don Dada's like the dude with the biggest dick
top.
in the world.
Okay, so let's get to talking about this.
Iggy Azalea.
Oh, Iggy Azalea. Yep.
Yes.
Her and Snoop Dogg are beefing.
They are.
It's squash now.
It's squash.
Which is very disappointing, I
Agreed.
think. I wanted I think Twitter now is such a great way to prove yourself, prove you're funny, prove you don't need management behind you, like crafting every tweet, showing a little personality. And it was over before it started.
Here's the thing. How do you feel about how Iggy handled it?
I thought she could have been funnier and taken it a little more in heat, I guess. Like, I thought she could have had better responses.
Agreed.
She seemed too actually hurt. And if I don't want someone to be actually hurt in a Twitter feud. I want them to play it up, to be a pop star.
Okay, even as a woman.
Yeah.
You know, women are very aesthetic. Like, you know, y'all are big on your looks.
Yes.
Unless some of y'all just can't help to be cosmetically challenged and like, fuck it. But even those type of chicks have too much confidence. Gabourey said a bit. But
she doesn't have too much confidence.
Yes,
I love that she's so confident.
She needs to lose some weight.
No, well,
that confidence is gonna kill her.
But she's great. Until that happens, I think she's hilarious.
Well, that confidence is gonna make her lose a foot. So she needs to worry.
You're laughing at her, not with her.
No, I'm not. She's witty.
Okay, fat people look funny. All right, listen.
No.
But what I'm saying is, you know, girls are aesthetic. So if you take a girl who's like a model and tell her she's beautiful, and you tell her she look like an albino girl with cornrows, that's gonna hurt your feelings, dog.
Totally, it's gonna hurt her feelings. But that's when Iggy, the human being, needs to step aside and let Iggy, the pop star, take over. Because you can't just don't put up a front, I think. Put up a front of being a fabulous, rapping 16 in Miami, no money, no family. Like, bring that girl out. I understand having feelings. I totally agree. But I just think when you're a star, like the way she is, you know, like someone like Rihanna is great at Twitter great at being a pop star.
Yeah, if Rihanna,
and that's what I want.
If she's crying, she's doing it at home alone.
Exactly.
Weed, you'll never know. And it's so crazy because it's so easy to put up a front on social media.
Exactly.
Like, you don't have to cry on social media. You don't have to spill your emotions and your guts out on social media.
Okay, here's a question, because we were talking about this when we were going over his project that we were just doing right now. Do you think that her response is a response, how do I say this without coming across offensive? You know how sometimes guys will think that girls don't have a sense of humor? Do you think that she showcased...
I've heard of men like that, yes.
The typical girl that doesn't have a sense of humor? Like, she just gets angry when someone makes fun of her, and then instead of snapping back and making a joke back...
No, because it was about her looks. I think she's just a human being. You know, like, guys can get mad if you make fun of their looks as well.
Do you know how often that our looks get made fun of constantly?
I get called a Ninja Turtle every fucking day
single
of my life.
But Ninja Turtles are super cool. Which one?
I don't never say.
You know very damn well that you don't want to be called a turtle.
No.
There's no way you could spin a turtle.
A Ninja Turtle?
I don't care if it's a ninja, karate.
Skills with a bow staff.
I don't care if it has a master's degree. It's a fucking turtle that they're saying he looks like.
Listen, I used to have real bad skin discoloration. It's improving now because I have a dermatologist. Her name is Dr. Natasha Sandy. Amazing, by the way.
All right.
I used to get so many Ultimate Warrior jokes. Like my Ultimate Warrior used to wear the fucking
Remember
face paint.
Ultimate War?
Do I remember him? Did I ever know who that
Oh,
was?
I
don't know.
He's
who
a
that is.
wrestler, and he's got face
Oh, okay.
paint. So his skin discoloration was so bad, it looked like he had paint on his face. And
They used to
people
tell me
go
They used
in.
to tell me I have the Ray Lewis goddamn football face paint. They really like the fucking NBA 2K15 that just came out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody's doing the little face scan shit.
Right,
It was
right.
fucking up their face. You're like, oh, look at Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Every day since that shit has come out, I've gotten a
Someone
picture.
sent-
Look at Charlemagne, face paint, black shit all on their face. I'm like, God damn, that's fucked up.
Every single post that I pick that put up, Instagram post, that is just of my face, there's at least one person that just goes, nose.
No, really?
I don't even have that big of a nose. Like it'll always be like hashtag.
Yeah.
This is the word hashtag Jewish, and this is the funniest one. I'm not Jewish, by the way. It was hashtag Jewish, hashtag he could smell a bagel from a mile away.
Bagel boy.
I mean, I'd be jealous of that skill.
It's hilarious, right? It's actually a nice
Fine,
skill. Like,
yeah.
no, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah.
We can get one around here.
Brunch is taken care of.
But the point is, it just fucking happens.
man.
People make fun of you. You got to roll with that shit. Snoop is a target. Look at Snoop.
Uh-huh.
I mean, when you look at Snoop, he's crazy looking. He looks like Mama
Yeah.
D from Love and Hip Hop. You ever watch Love and Hip Hop? No? Mm-mm. Anyway, it's okay.
Snoop looks way healthier than Mama D, by the way.
No.
I feel like I would love that show, right?
You would love it. Good garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Great garbage.
But point being, like, shouldn't you roll with this kind of shit?
You should. I'm saying you definitely should. But I think it has less to do with her being a woman and more to her being someone who doesn't know how to handle being a pop star yet.
Or somebody that hasn't been teased. I grew up getting teased
Yeah,
like a
it's
motherfucker.
possible.
And I used to do the teasing
And then
my
take
cousins
it.
would tease
Yeah.
each other. Greatest nickname somebody ever gave me in my life. I mean, this shit. You know, it's a great nickname when it lasts. This shit was with me for like 4 years. I don't think I grew out of this till like 10th grade. This shit went from like 6th grade to maybe 10th. Nah, maybe 9th. Bonky nose.
What?
Bonky
Bonky?
nose.
Bunky?
Bonky.
Like a booty?
Yeah, but in the South, and where I'm from, South Carolina, we call booties bonkies.
Bunkies. No, they would call that
So
up
you told
here.
me I had a bonky nose.
So
you
your
saying I
nose
got an
looks like
ass
a
on my face.
booty on your face.
Yes, the fucking butt is just sitting on my goddamn face.
Kids are so mean.
And this one girl, shout out to Jaquetta. Jaquetta Middleton used to see me and go, bonky nose, like a fucking jingle. And what could I do but fucking take that goddamn bonky nose and write better material?
Yeah, exactly.
all
Right?
I
Better
can fucking
material. Yes.
That
That's
one
what you
nickname
do.
is what made me so fucking cruel and heartless. And bonky nose. I'm like, you know what?
yeah,
Y'all
shout
can
out to
be
her
so
then.
Cruel
Good.
and heartless to have me thinking I got an ass on my face every day of my motherfucking life. Watch what I do to you.
And you're a better person. When people make fun of you your whole life and you learn to accept that
Yes.
shit, man, nobody can say anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt my feelings when someone makes fun of me. If they make fun of like my family or something, like maybe my girl, maybe that gets to me. But me, you can't. You're not going to say anything about me that's going to. What are you going to say? I'm pale?
But you do have to know people. Like, I'm not a bully, contrary to popular belief.
Mm-hmm.
If I see that something is fucking with a person, I leave people alone because you never know what somebody's going through. And you never
Totally.
know when you might push them over the edge. 7th grade, I caused the guy to slit his wrist. Me, my cousin Kendall.
You did?
Yes. We used to tease this boy every day. He used to be at the bus stop with us every day. I'm not going to say his name. He knows who he is. We used to tease him every day. So this was literally from the bus stop when you get up in the morning
Yeah.
till when you got to go home on the bus with us after school. And one day this dude just slit his wrist. But we didn't know that he was really going through stuff at home. So we're teasing him about his clothes and the way he used to smell and this and that. He was really poor. We just didn't know it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he would be already crying sometimes before we get to the bus stop.
And you
And
continued to tease him even though
We
he's
do what
crying?
men do. This bitch ass motherfucker crying. He crying already.
What men do that?
We was kids. We was in fucking 7th grade. We
That's
didn't know
some
no
cruel
better.
When you're a
shit,
kid,
man.
you have
It was cruel.
you don't know what feelings are. I feel
Absolutely
like
not.
you don't
Absolutely
you don't
not.
relate. You have no sympathy, I think. Children are sociopaths, you know. They just can't empathize.
Yes.
Until they've gone through it themselves.
Yes. And that's
that
why-
doesn't happen until you get older.
Did you ever go through an awkward phase?
Yeah. I was
out
like
of
a
it?
goth.
A what?
I was like a cool goth. It wasn't that awkward, honestly. I still think it was pretty cool.
You do know you're sitting here wearing all black right
I
now.
know. I have a
No,
gift.
but what do you mean God? Like you would wear like
I was obsessed
the
with
fangs?
the Matrix.
Did you have the fangs and
No,
shit?
I didn't have fangs.
Okay.
I still think the style and like the aesthetic of goth is very cool. I love leather. I love all black. I think it's cool. I
What
love
about
like
the platform
big,
shoes?
Yeah, big
You
platform.
would wear those?
I wouldn't wear those now, but if I had a way to get my hands on them back then,
Yeah.
I would have.
Let's go back to this Iggy Azalea thing for me.
Oh yeah.
Since you have a pussy, and I want to
Yes.
talk to you because that means you're a woman.
Yes. Oh yes.
It's people who don't like Iggy Azalea. Like they don't like her because they feel like she's white, which she is. They
Yeah,
feel like she's
they're-
making. They
they're
feel like
correct.
They feel like she's making a mockery of hip hop. They call people like her culture vultures. And I saw when Snoop, was going in on her, calling her a bitch and a cunt. Like a lot of girls who I know who claim to be feminists, who if I say something like Jocelyn from Love and Hip Hop is a ratchet ass hoe, why she got to be a hoe, this and that. Like they would go in on me. They was like siding with Snoop and literally tweeting things like, I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Iggy Azalea. She's a white racist bitch. She uses the word nigga. I'm like, I've never heard her use the N-word, whatever.
I didn't know that she did
but
that.
they weren't riding with her.
Right.
Just because they don't like her. So my whole thing was this fake feminism. You can't pick and choose when you want to stand up for women.
Well, I disagree with that. Feminism to me is just wanting equality with men. It's just wanting to have the same it's equal rights. That's all it is to me.
You want to pee standing up in bathrooms.
No, that's not the thing. That's not a right.
Okay.
That's just something we're designed to do.
Gotcha.
But if you wanted to, you could do that.
If you wanted to, you could. Yeah, and I mean, I could do that right now. I don't think anyone would care.
Yeah, but it would just suck for you.
No one would know. Yeah, exactly.
Like if you're seeing girls pee standing up, it looks crazy.
Right.
Like, damn,
But
I
I
thought she was
think-
a lesbian. She's really a man.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's the thing about that, a misconstrued thing about feminism. It's not that you 100% wholeheartedly support every woman.
Yeah.
Because like that would be insane.
Insane.
That would be insane.
that's-
But you
that's not
support that
feminism.
woman's right to have equality with everyone else and to be treated equally. I hear what you're saying, but like,
No, to what you said to me just now is what feminism should be. Feminism should be. But you have these.
That is what feminism is.
I know, but you have
It's just misinterpreted.
These
Yeah.
fake social media feminists. If I call Jocelyn Hernandez a hoe, they'd be like, "You don't call her a hoe. You don't know her life. You're a chauvinistic pig. This and that." I'm like, "No, look at her. She's a hoe."
People who call no.
to me, a hoe also like, I don't know. I'm not affected by. I guess you pick and choose words that you're affected by, but like, I don't think hoe is that big of an insult.
What do you consider hoish? What have you done?
I don't think anything I've done is hoish. I don't think anyone. I guess it's because what could possibly be a hoe? Like what?
Have you ever sucked 3 dicks in one day?
No, but someone who does that, I don't think is a hoe.
Wait, what?
No, I don't.
Hold on,
if she wants to do that, fine.
But if she sucks 3 dicks in one day, you don't think that she's a hoe?
No, not at all.
So
I wouldn't want my daughter sucking 3 dicks in one day.
Yeah.
One and a half, maybe 3.
Would you
Absolutely
want?
not.
I mean, that's
hold on. Hold on.
Have you ever sucked 3 dicks in a
No,
day?
hold on.
no.
If a girl sucked
No.
3 dicks in a row,
Yeah.
right, in one day,
Yeah.
your friend, she comes back from whatever, and you're
Yeah.
like, hey, what'd you do today? She's like, I just sucked like all these guys' dicks.
I would be like, that is crazy. Tell me everything. How and why? But cool.
Okay, but you wouldn't think that that's now. Here's the thing. Maybe it can be defined as a hoish behavior, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be bad.
No, right. No, I
But
don't.
wouldn't it be classified as hoish behavior?
But a hoe is just short for whore, right?
Okay.
And whore
Yeah.
technically means a prostitute,
Okay,
right?
Technically.
What about slut?
Slut. Yeah, slut doesn't slutty. I don't know. It doesn't. I guess I'm just disaffected from the word. I've like.
But that's not slutty
I'm
to
not gonna let
suck
it
3
bother
guys'
me.
dicks.
What about Kardashian?
Good for them. They have so much money. I can't. I can't hate on
Sucking
it.
3 guys' dicks.
No, I don't think it's.
Okay, getting a train ran on you.
What's that mean?
Okay, a train.
Multiple guys have sex with you at the
guys
same time.
fuck the dog shit out you, put in your pussy, your ass, in your mouth, your ears, teabag you, shit in your face, give you a bowl of all kind of shit.
That's just preference. That's just sexual preference. Like, what's wrong with that?
Actually, I agree with that.
Bullshit!
I mean, don't get Ebola. Don't do that. But
There's something
Name of
different.
the podcast.
Don't get a bull.
but there's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong if you're over the age of 18 and
you're
you
what?
want to over the age of 18
Okay.
and you want to have sex in any way that you want to have it consensually, then I don't think any of that is.
Oh man.
But behavior can still be labeled in certain ways.
It can and it does,
you know what I
but
mean?
that
So,
doesn't mean that I have to
Jeffrey
do it.
Dahmer
You
didn't
don't have
think-
to do it, but for example, like if we say that when a guy, let's say a guy has
Yes.
sex with all these girls, he's
Yes.
a slut, right? Let's just say he's a slutty guy, he has sex with all these girls. It's
Okay.
because he had sex with all the girls. Then we can equally say that if a girl has sex with all these guys in one day or sucks 3 dicks in one day, whatever, then that's slutty behavior. That doesn't mean it's bad. She could be proud to be a slut if she wants to be. She could do, but it's just a definition of behavior. So we're just trying to get to the definition. For me, if guys are playing 3-on-3 and she's like, well, I'll just suck the winner's dicks, and then that's what she does with her day.
She only goes with the winners.
And you didn't even
She goes at the winner.
She likes
let him take a
success.
fucking
I
shower?
think what's wrong with that?
You let the winner take a shower.
Oh, she does. She
The
pulls
what?
the
You
camera
let the
on.
winner take a shower. Listen,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer,
Yes.
murderer,
Yeah.
cannibal.
Scary.
He didn't think he was a murderer. I'm sure.
Right.
He thought what he was doing was perfectly fine, but that did not make him any less of a murderer. Even
Right.
if you're getting trains ran on you by guys and you're out here sucking multiple dicks, you are a whore. I'm sorry.
But
Miss me with the feminine. What's the word I'm looking for? The feminist shit. That shit is not empowering.
I get it's like if you choose it. Here's the thing: sex doesn't always have to be empowering. Like, I don't want sex to always just be righteous. Like, sometimes it's nice when sex feels shameful or dirty or
Okay.
wrong.
Now we talking. I like you.
You know?
I like you, Dan.
So
Give me an example.
I mean,
You like getting smutted out, basically, is what you're saying every now and then.
yeah, I think that's what's that mean? Before I agree.
Dirty shit.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Give
sure.
me an
what's your
example.
favorite-
Shameful. I want to know
Yeah,
what's shameful.
when have you ever felt shameful during sex? You, personally.
Or maybe you haven't felt it, but a situation that you would feel shameful that you would like.
Well, I'm trying to think. This hasn't happened, but like,
Hypothetically.
yeah, I'm trying to think like doing it in your childhood home or something that's like wrong.
You live in
Some-
your mom's house? You never
Yeah.
fucked in your mom's house?
No.
Danielle?
No, we moved a lot.
Got you.
What about the last place? Oh, the childhood one, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's not shameful.
That's
you know?
not super shameful, but a lot of people think that's
I
like
learned
wrong.
how to spell here.
Yeah, if it's surrounded by all your childhood dolls, or if
Amazing.
it's like, pardon?
Amazing. I love going home to my mom's house and jacking off in the room I grew up in.
Yeah, you're reminded by all the memories of when you were first, like,
When I
probably
first started
discovering.
jacking off.
Yeah, exactly.
I first jacked off in my room in my mom's
I'm trying
house.
to think of something. I feel like that's not a very good example.
Yeah, we want to hear about some cum in your face. Dude.
I know, but I don't think that's. I mean, honestly, that's
That's
just
light to you?
uncomfortable. I don't think it's.
She
I don't
says
think it's wrong.
Taking cum in the face is easy for you? It's like,
No, it's not. It's. I don't like it.
Okay. Do you
I
take
don't
your
like it at
glasses
all.
off when you fuck?
Pardon?
You take your glasses off when you fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
They get foggy.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh, you go in. She's
Yeah.
like, I put in work.
Yeah.
It's gonna get sweaty over here.
So no, they'd fall off.
Yeah, that's not very sexy to do this.
No,
during
exactly.
sex.
Yeah. So I feel bad that I can't think of something. What's a shameful thing to you?
You're talking to a man who has no shame. Like,
Right.
I go in.
But don't you think it is nice when you do feel like, say, okay, cheating. Like when you're cheating on someone, you should feel a little. It's
Do you
dirty.
cheat? Do you cheat?
No, I've never.
Have
cheated.
you ever cheated?
No,
Are you in a relationship?
no, I'm not currently. But in the ones I've been in,
Have you been cheated on?
Nope.
Toronto girls are very loyal.
Yeah.
Canadian girls are, I don't know about Canadian, but Toronto in general, very loyal to their men.
Would you break up with a guy if he cheated?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. To me, it's like
He
if
thinks
I,
that cheating is not a
not a deal
breakup
breaker.
I know.
withable offense.
On both ends, for both parties. If a woman cheats on me, if I cheat on her, I don't think it's a deal breaker. I got to
Right.
know all the circumstances. I got to weigh the evidence before I come to a conclusion.
Yeah. No, I personally would, just because to me, I would be like, go be with her. I don't want.
What if he
you
didn't want
wanna
to? What if he just wanted to get
Well,
head?
too bad. He already did.
What if he just wanted some Edmonton pussy? Some
No one wants
Vancouver hoe?
Edmonton pussy.
Nobody wants Edmonton pussy? Ain't no good pussy in
No,
Edmonton?
some people do probably. I don't know. I've never been there. No, I
It's
would.
funny. That was like you were American and then Canadian at the same time. You went, no one wants Edmonton pussy. Actually, no, there's
It's
really
probably
nice people
really
there,
nice.
and I'm sure a lot of people like
sure
those
it's a
girls,
beautiful
and they're really
place.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't be able to. I think I would lose the trust, and I would just wouldn't be able to get past the fact, like, if I wasn't enough, then just go be with someone else.
You think it has to do with being enough? I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I
understand
do.
how
Especially-
girls feel about it. 'Cause
Especially if it's, I'm how long is the relationship? if it's in the first like 2 years, then
Bye.
it's over. What's the point?
I can understand why girls feel like that though, because pussy should be pussy. Like,
What does that mean?
Like pussy should be pussy. Like if you're fucking on a regular basis, you should be satisfied. So if you got to go out and fuck other chicks, what are you not getting?
Well,
Right.
we already spoke about this. Remember? And I thought you said something that was really brilliant. You were like,
I don't remember. I'm married now, so I don't
guys,
remember none of that.
it was guys cheat for ego.
Guys cheat for ego.
And
Women
women
cheat
cheat for emo, like emotional reasons.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I remember there's this, do you guys know Paul Newman? He was the actor. He was married.
with the dressing.
Yeah, exactly.
the
Newman's
dressings.
Own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So fat.
He was in the, I think, longest Hollywood marriage. Like, he was always with the same woman. And who knows, like, maybe they had some arrangement. But it was a big thing that he was always with her. They were faithful to each other. And his thing was, like, why would I go out for hamburgers when I have steak at home? So,
Amazing line.
That's
yeah,
what he told her.
a really good line.
Let me
Method
tell you
Man.
this: he was out getting sliders.
Well, that's the thing.
multiple
I don't know.
times a
You
week,
never can tell. You never know
guaranteed.
what's going on.
Method
but-
Man actually remixed that line. He said, "No need to shop around. I got the good stuff at home,"
Yeah.
which is a great bullshit line to tell about.
Okay, so it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I mean,
look,
after that long.
That's bullshit. Because I'm gonna tell you why it's bullshit. When you say to a girl, "Why go out and have a hamburger when you can have steak at home?" Okay, I like fries with my steak. I'm not looking for another meal.
Right.
Okay. When I get my steak, I put fries with it. When I get a hamburger, I put fries with it.
Yeah.
That's what the side bitch is. The fries. Why do you think they call fries the sides?
And
The
sometimes you want a milkshake.
That's
And then
it.
you gotta get something
It's
else.
all sides.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Fuck it. That's all I want is a fucking
It's all the stuff
side.
on the side.
That's
That's
all.
interesting.
That's
So,
why
what kind of side is acceptable?
Like cheating?
Yeah.
I don't think any cheating's acceptable.
Do you think that that's learned, or do you think that that's natural?
I don't know. That's tough.
Right?
Nature versus nurture.
Like, what
I
if
don't
you
know.
were just told your whole life, like, oh yeah, well, guys go get their dick sucked, but that's just
Well, that's another thing. I mean, my parents, like, I was brought up in a 2-parent household. My parents were together until my dad passed away, and that was
How'd your
like
father
a
die?
good.
come closer to the mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that was my dad passed away this summer of cancer.
Oh man, sorry to hear that, baby.
Thanks. But they were together and they had a great relationship.
Okay.
And so it makes
They
me
told me
think
stop
that
eating.
it's possible to have a great relationship without any cheating.
Yeah.
So if I had that model, that's what I think. So I'm just like not accepting of any other, I guess.
Very true, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
What if
My
you found
mother-
out that your mom just had like a side dick the whole time?
My mom is hot, so that's probably
I
possible.
wanna see a
But
picture.
Would you be upset at her?
aside, I would be, I don't know. I would be like, that's crazy. I would be, that's crazy. Tell me same thing as if my friend had 3 dicks.
What? You wouldn't be upset
I'd be like,
at your
tell
mom?
me everything.
Oh man, I would be so.
I'd be like,
but wait a
how?
minute, I
How
would
did
be
we
like
not
that with my
know?
dad. I would probably be like, oh, actually, I don't know. I think I'd be upset at my dad if he did that to my
You probably
mom.
want your mom to do that though. I mean, she's a widow now.
Yeah, I would be so happy if she found. I mean, the hard thing is who's going to live up to like, you know, my dad died as
You
like
don't
my
have to.
hero.
No.
So
You're grown now.
yeah,
You don't need a dad. You have a dad.
Right,
Your dad
totally.
has instilled all the lessons in you.
but I mean for her, he treated her amazingly.
Maybe she just wants some dick.
She might.
How old is she?
She's 62.
60. She got some good
man.
years
That
left
still
in her.
working, man.
Get
Yeah.
that Cialis. Get a guy with some Cialis. I bet. Do you get prescription drugs? Like those are free for
In
you in
Canada?
Canada, right?
I mean, I'm not there, so I don't get any.
Yeah, you like
she
to
could maybe.
you like to not know anything about Canada.
So
this is like the fifth
I have
time
the
that
most
you're like,
convenient
I mean,
life.
I don't
because
know about Canada.
I live here now, and I've lived here for almost 10 years,
Yeah.
but I still didn't grow up here, so I can be like, I don't know anything about America
And Canada.
But also, I don't know anything about
You
Canada.
running from the goddamn maple leaf and the stars.
Yeah, exactly.
You brought up an interesting point about your parents because you said that's what you saw. Like me, I grew up. My mother and father got a divorce, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, I saw my aunts and uncles get divorces, and it was all because of my father cheating,
Right.
Or my uncles cheating. So I wanted to do one or two things. I didn't want to be that because I didn't want to hurt my woman the way they did
Yeah.
theirs, but I embraced a lot of it without even knowing it. Like, I just thought that was the way. Because I remember one time confronting my father about cheating, and he told me verbatim, "One day you'll understand."
Right.
So when I started to understand, I was using that to justify my bullshit. I was using that to justify my cheating. So this is very interesting that you say
Yo, life is about
you learn that from your
expectations, man.
parents.
Yeah.
The expectations that are set for you. That's why that shit is a cycle, and they say break the cycle.
And you'd be surprised like how much of it does come from your parents and your parents' parents, and it's all instilled in you
Yeah.
without even
Yo,
realizing
if
it.
your
until you look
dad
back.
is the coolest thing in the entire world to you, right? And he cheats on your mom,
Yeah.
he's still the coolest thing in the entire world to you. So what? You're
It
gonna
depends.
not cheat? I'm saying if he
depends.
is. So what? Are you gonna not cheat when the coolest guy in the entire world cheats? You're gonna like shit. I'm gonna get a wife that's great, and then get some side pussy.
Yeah, but
'cause
when
that's
you
what my
young,
dad
when you
does.
young, you don't really understand it. Because my father has always been the coolest man in the room to me. But when he started cheating on my mom, I'm like, fuck no. Because when you see how it affects your mom. Fuck your mom in the room playing goddamn Lauryn Hill X Factor over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he not coming home. You see his fucking truck at another chick house. You're like, yo, what the fuck you doing to mom, dog?
Oh, that's fucked up to cheat in a small town.
Population less than 8,000.
He is less
Yeah.
than less than
2 miles
8,000.
away.
You knew he
You
was
can't
gonna
cheat
get
in you can't cheat in less than 8,000 dirt roads.
And then how many times you gonna lie and say, I'm over here doing some work on the house. My father did construction. How long you gonna be working on this goddamn little ass apartment the chick was
Right.
living in? Like, and I remember all of that shit vividly, and I remember how it affected
That's just
my mom.
lazy cheating.
Very lazy.
That's
cheating.
just lazy cheating. I
Very
mean, go to the
lazy.
next town over. You don't hook up with some
I
chick
feel like it
down
must
there.
be hard to
Exactly.
cheat now with
Harder or easier?
harder.
Why?
With, everyone has a phone and you know people all over the place, especially if you're a celebrity.
See, that's it. People try to set people up. I remember we went to Foxwoods, right?
Uh-huh.
People try to set people up. We're up at Foxwoods. We do the show. These two girls are hanging out afterwards, right? They're chilling, waiting for Charlemagne, right?
Uh-huh.
And Charlemagne and I are chilling downstairs, waiting for our money. I think we're waiting for our money. And Wax goes up to their room with the girls, right? They come back down. They tweet, "Oh, I was just up in Charlemagne's room smoking weed. It was crazy." He wasn't even in the fucking room.
Right.
But it's just like that's how they will get you. If you send a text to a girl, that's information right there. She could
Totally.
screenshot that, has your number on it, everything. Like,
Yeah.
maybe you're right. Maybe you could
It's
get.
hard.
Maybe it's hard to cheat now.
It's scary.
Like
so
if
don't
you
cheat.
get away with cheating right now, you are the man.
I mean, you can do it. You just gotta fucking keep your motherfucking side bitches off social media.
Yeah, or just
Who's
don't get
not on
famous.
social media though,
but,
dude?
and that's how they fuck you up. Side girls will fuck you up without even knowing it because you go out with a guy. Right? A side girl can know your whole situation.
Yeah.
All right, Charlamagne, I gotta go to Miami this weekend. I'll bring my little side chick in. Her dumb ass at the pool at Fountain Blue. He's like, bitch, you know good and fucking well. You know, first of all, you know you can't afford Fountain Blue.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, why are you tweeting that you're here?
You know your role.
No.
It's like when Dennis Rodman would shoot threes and Phil would just look at him like, what the fuck are you doing shooting
Listen,
threes?
It's a matter of time before
Know your role, side
people
bitch.
start connecting the dots. And I'm gonna tell you, like, you might get away with it, Miami, Atlanta. If I'm in Missouri for the weekend,
And this girl's in Missouri
yes,
too.
you tweet in Missouri.
Why is Jaquisha always in the same places as Charlotte?
Missouri ain't shit popping in
This is
Missouri.
crazy.
You're gonna get caught.
She's just at the mall. She got nothing cool to take pictures of. At Lululemon.
So why are you single, Danielle? Pretty girl, smart.
Thank
funny.
you. Thanks. I don't know. I'm very picky. I don't want someone who isn't going to treat me really well. I don't want someone who isn't super smart and oh no.
What is treat
Are
you
you
really
okay?
well?
Just with respect, just
Like,
with
give me
like
an
an equal
example.
amount of respect. I
Of something you don't want.
want someone I don't want to. I want someone to be on time. Like not late.
That's why you gotta love Canadian girls. They don't want much.
You mean one much? That's
it
a
sounds
lot,
like low
bro.
standards, but I honestly
That's all you want out of everything you could have chose.
well, as a sign of respect.
I want
Someone who's
cars, I
always
want
on
rent.
time.
Okay.
I think
period
that's
ain't even always on time.
who? What?
Yours.
What?
Your period? Y'all don't get periods in Canada?
But mine's on time. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's always never late.
That girl you were having sex with, hers wasn't, but mine is.
I love a little period.
Okay, so what happens? So you want on time because that's a sign of respect.
Yeah,
What else?
just because you were asking for a sign of respect. Yeah, they have to be funny, which means they probably have to be smart. I want to be with someone who's funnier than me, you know? And so it can't just be some like basic bro. It has to be someone who's smart and funny.
When did you realize you were funny? At what point in your life did you say, hey, I'm funny?
I don't know if I still think I'm that funny, but probably like earlier today when I was no, I don't know. I don't want to like
is a
pat
weird
myself
thing.
on the back.
You can't. Being funny is like being like attractive. Like you can't admit to it. You got to be like, oh, you guys.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to be like, I'm hilarious.
I honestly hate people who try to be funny. That's why I don't like being around most comedians. I like being around comedians that are naturally funny. Like Schultz is naturally funny.
Yeah.
You're naturally funny.
Thank
Duvall is
you.
naturally funny. I hate motherfuckers who sit around and you can just look at them, typing 140 characters in their head to say, I
Right.
can't stand that shit. Like, shut the fuck up, dog. That's not even human.
Like bits, just
like
constant
bits. Like, come on.
bits.
Can you
Yeah.
have a conversation with me, dog?
No, I totally agree. And since I do hang out with a lot of comedians, a lot of them do just talk in bits. And there's that thing of like, can't we just talk about normal things without it being a joke that we keep
You know what
coming
you
back
could
to?
do is this is what I don't understand why some comics don't do this. You could just tell somebody, hey, I have this idea for a joke, and then tell it to somebody. Like that's what I did to her earlier, but it's like it makes it so much less uncomfortable. There's no
create-
expectation.
No,
You're just
but
like,
when you say that, when you say to me,
Yeah.
I want to tell you a joke, you're already creating the expectation. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to laugh at this.
no,
shit.
see that's see for me the thing is I go, here's the premise for the joke. I might not even say it as if I'm not delivering as if it's a joke. I'm just going, hey, here's this idea. I got this idea. For example, the joke I was telling her earlier is Rob Ford is in Canada, right? Rob Ford is that mayor who did all the crack and all that kind of shit like that, and everybody's giving him a hard time for it. And I'm looking at Canada and I'm going like, wow, they have gay marriage, they have health care for everybody, they have strict gun laws, there's like no gun violence there, they have great social system, great social programs, they recycle, they care about the environment. Like if there's one group of politicians that deserves to smoke crack, it's them. Do you know what I mean? Like so that was the premise of the joke, and then the joke is really like if the mayor of Detroit is smoking crack,
It's a problem.
it's a problem.
So basically, the mayor of Canada is doing his job above and
Mayor
beyond.
of Canada.
The mayor of
The mayor of
Toronto.
Toronto.
Mayor of Toronto.
My point is, if you deserve to celebrate, dog. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you're
but
doing your job.
I can bring that up to somebody and be like, hey, this is it. We don't have to laugh at this. This is the idea for the joke.
But that's a good social statement. Like you could be having a conversation about the mayor of Toronto.
But that's
slip
how
that in there.
jokes should be anyway. I don't like the fucking jokes where it's like, da-da-da-da, I stabbed her.
Right.
It's like, you
But
didn't
that's
stab her, bro.
Yeah,
Like, what
it's
are you
just a
fucking
hack.
talking about?
That's
Yeah.
like the difference between a good comedian and a bad comedian, I think.
It's
It's
just
like people who
easy.
go for easy laughs versus people who are, trying to actually work on something and uncover something unique in their own voice.
Man, this is guy I work with, man. And every day, like I can't even tell when he's having a real conversation with me anymore because every day he's telling me a joke.
The guy you were telling me earlier?
I don't even know his name. That's the bad part.
Wait, who?
He's tall, he's big, he's a cool guy.
Uh-huh.
But like today, I walk by him in the hall, he goes, hey, this kid used to bully me in school. Used to take my money all the time, take my lunch money. He still takes my lunch money to this day, but now he works at Subway. Okay. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know.
No buy,
Right.
no nothing. Like, literally, hey, and walks off at the end.
Yo.
And he does that
He wants
to
to
me
leave while he's
every
on top
day.
with that joke.
Listen, that's like a street joke, and every once in a while, street jokes are fucking funny. I read this one on Twitter. This guy named Brian Kiley used to write for Conan. He's a comedian, but this shit, it was cracking me. It was funny. He goes, fuck, what was it? He goes, my dad, he was a great dad. He always made time for me. You know, man, he would work all day. He'd come home, and every single day he'd take me out to play ball. You know, he loved golf.
Delivery.
But
It's just so, but it's just so funny. I butchered it, but the idea that like this dad is kidding golf balls for the kid to go get, it's fucking hysterical. I don't know. I think it's funny.
Okay, Danielle, do you have any,
A street joke?
you have a street joke?
I don't think I do. Wait, what? It's just something
Street
you tell
joke's
someone
like
on
a
the street?
one-liner, like a kind of why what kind of bees make milk?
What?
Boobies.
Oh, I got one.
Go,
It's
go.
oldie but goodie.
All right. He's so excited. He's so excited. He just scratched his neck.
I just flew in on Malaysian Airlines and boy, are my arms tired.
Boo! Keep digging your grave. Keep digging your grave.
Okay, question is a comedian. Is anything off limits?
No, as long as you're doing it. I mean, I think when people get flack, it is that difference between being a lazy, boring, hacky comedian and being someone brilliant, like rape. You know, like comedians get a lot of people talking about them if they're talking about rape or making jokes about rape. If they aren't, I think it's always when they aren't funny and when you're probably not that good.
Let's
of a
also
comedian.
clarify. It's only rape against women.
Always, yeah.
Rape against men,
rape
we
against
talked
men
about
is
last
hilarious.
podcast. Absolutely hilarious.
You can make 20
Nothing
million
wrong
rape
with it.
against men jokes.
Right.
Like rape against men is the greatest thing in the
They
world.
love
I-
it. They love it.
You
Do
love
they?
it, man.
Oh,
I've never
It's
heard
got,
of
not little boys,
over-
not little
yeah.
boys. If grown men raping grown men. If I was to rape Schultz right now, it'd be probably top trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
What makes you think you could rape me, dog? That's what I want to know. What makes you think that you're just gonna come and rape me without me putting up a fight?
It would trend on Twitter
Let me
right
tell you something,
now.
if you try to rape me, I'm gonna rape you.
There'd be so
Listen,
much evidence.
It'd
of
be
it.
so much
Hey.
memes.
Yeah.
If you try to rape me, I'm gonna rape you. Just know that.
That'll be a funny video. I'm gonna rape you back. As I'm fucking you, you like, boy, when you finish, you better.
You're gonna be tired. Yeah, keep using up your energy now, because you're gonna be tired, and I'm gonna fucking give it to you, bro. That's right. You're gonna get this rape.
Now that is funny.
See, look at us
Yeah,
laughing.
right.
no.
No.
Danielle, is that not funny?
Yeah, it's great. You should do the video.
But if we were,
No, I rape Schultz, and I'm thinking I'm getting away with
you
some
ain't
shit.
gonna rape me, dog.
Okay, well, whatever.
All right.
I think I'm getting away with some shit.
Yeah.
Then as I'm thinking I'm leaving,
Not too late.
Yeah.
and I get
I
raped
see
back.
it.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Millions of views. YouTube movie. It's done.
Why you think YouTube? Why you think? But why is it? All right. So we were talking about this last time. Like, why is it? Why is it that we have no value?
Who? What do you mean?
Men's
Men.
butthole.
Men's
Oh, I
butthole
don't
has
know.
no
I don't know why
value,
people
man.
aren't getting mad about that. I don't know. You guys should like love
Like
yourself.
even right
I
now,
don't
it's
know.
fucked. Like if we were doing that same joke about you,
Yeah.
like it would be really uncomfortable. Like I would have to be like, "Yo,
Right.
Charlamagne, maybe you shouldn't talk about this anymore."
But it depends. It depends on the person. Like, I mean, in this situation, as someone with my sense of humor, I would probably. I feel like, all right, I get it, but I wouldn't. Be
I would
like,
not feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I would not feel comfortable with that conversation.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the joke yet, but everybody's talking about what's the kid's name? Gerard?
Yeah.
What's Gerard's last name?
His joke, the joke was Gerard Carmichael. The joke was he was talking about. He's like, if you were being raped in an alley and you saw a shooting star, would
Would you make a wish?
yeah,
No,
He goes, would your wish be to stop getting raped, or the typical $1 million?
What is up with kids and $1 million? Because Gerard's like, he's young, right?
Yeah, they're young. Yeah, but I think the idea.
Who's getting raped? Is a man getting a
No,
woman?
a girl's getting raped.
course.
Oh, that's not funny.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
But
That's not funny.
yeah, I don't know. Oh shit! Let me just get this
That's not
note.
funny.
Let me get this note.
But
Let's
he's the
rape
guy
talk.
that everybody's saying, and it's the funny, the exact word somebody used to me was,
Chris.
Gerard has a brilliant rape joke. I'm like, how is there such thing as a brilliant fucking rape joke?
Right. I think it's like now, because there was that whole thing, I think it was on Jezebel or something, when some comedian made a joke. Oh, was it Daniel Tosh?
Tosh.
Yeah, about raping the girl in the audience. Like he made it about her because she heckled during the rape joke, blah, blah, blah. I forget
That's
my point.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So whatever, she
But-
heckled. She didn't feel comfortable about it.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing that there's a weird entitlement that some people have,
Yeah.
where it's like audience members have, where they go, I feel uncomfortable, so everybody needs to know that.
Mm-hmm.
When the reality is if you feel uncomfortable with something, you stomach that shit and then keep it moving to the next joke or leave. You don't have to go, hey, everybody, stop the show.
I do think some things.
I have a feeling. Stop this show.
And I think I don't think the controversy was just over that. I think it was over, then there was an article about it and the woman who wrote it then got like a bunch of rape threats just for reporting on it, you know? And taking a stance on it.
See, I do think some things are off limits because people.
But hold
always
on. This is interesting because I don't think she got the threats because she took a stance on rape. I don't think any of those people.
she did. That's
She
the
totally
argument.
did.
Wait for it.
You
Wait for
get-
it.
you
Wait
get
for
threatened
it.
with
Let me
guys.
That's the only reason.
let me make
That's how social media works.
let me make the argument. None. I'm not saying none, but I don't think those people are going, rape is right. How dare you say rape is wrong? I think those people are fans of stand-up comedy and they maybe understand the situation was at hand and went, hey, you're commenting on a heckler at a comedy show where something was
You're
said
giving them
using
so much
sarcasm.
credit.
Too much credit.
Yeah.
You're giving them too
No.
much credit to think. I'm gonna tell you how social media.
What, you
works.
think all those people literally like, no, we want our right to rape?
Haven't
No.
you?
I'm gonna say this real quick.
Yeah.
On social media,
Yeah.
if you stand for something, they're going to go against whatever it is you stand for. So if you make a stand against rape, they'll do it just to fuck with you. I'm gonna rape you, bitch.
Yeah.
You deserve to get raped.
They always, I mean, have you guys heard about Gamergate that's going on right now?
No.
It's this woman who does videos called Feminist Frequency, and she talks about video games. And she just talks, she's very, like, she doesn't dress in any way that, you know, like people love to say slut-shamed or anything like that. She's just a normal girl. She speaks very monotone, but she makes these videos pointing out, like, casual misogyny in video games. And she's had to leave her house, she has a family, because she's getting very serious death threats just for making these videos. She's not calling anyone out, she's just pointing things out.
Well, she's
All
calling out
factual, all
misogyny
evidence.
in video games.
Pardon?
She's calling out misogyny in video games.
Yeah, and casual sexism and just
But for what? Like
just for
to
'cause
change
she's smart.
it or
Yeah.
Anytime.
But why? This is what I don't understand. Like why? Like
She's
Because
not
she has
saying
the right
no. But let's just talk about something. Why is if you're playing Call of Duty, the worst part is not the casual misogyny. It's that you're fucking murdering people as the video game.
But it's
like
not-
how do you
it's
take
not
the
just
stand
things
with
like
oh
that.
she's in a skirt when you're fucking murdering
I
people?
agree.
Yeah, I mean murdering.
Like, isn't that the issue? What are you
Here's
wrong
the
too?
issue.
Murdering is way worse
The
than
issue-
fucking going. Oh, there's some tits bouncing in Mortal
No,
Kombat.
the
I
issue
get- he's
isn't
ripping
any
out
of that.
someone's
The
heart.
issue is the fact that she even just because she's bringing it up, she has to leave her home because these freaks are threatening her and her family with death threats. Literally, she put up text messages. How did they get her phone number of her home address? She blurs it out, but they know where she lives.
Don't mess with these nerds.
Whatever you
These
show,
nerds.
It's crazy.
whatever
These
you,
nerds will
whatever
get
you
you,
show
dude.
online that bothers you, whatever you say in a public forum that bothers you, they're going to use it against you. I said on this podcast right here, I said, yo, I hate when a motherfucker like, you know, says stupid shit like, yo, your left arm's bigger than your right arm. Guess what they say? See, that's not funny. Yes, it is.
Well-
Well, listen, you know what they say every fucking time I post a picture, no matter, you ever got a steam on, I can be like this, hands behind my back. Hey, yo, your left arm's bigger than your right arm. Just because I let them know that bothers me a little bit. So she gets online, she says this misogyny in video games bothers me, they're going to fuck with her about it. She says rape bothers her, they're going to fuck with her about it. That's just the way people are. The only reason motherfuckers keep saying they want to fuck Sarah is because we talked about it on the podcast.
I know. But isn't it annoying? Like I'm annoyed by that girl.
The girl who wrote it? Wait,
Yeah,
the
just that there's
feminist frequency
misogyny
girl?
in like.
Yeah, you
they're
can
fucking video. We're talking about goblins and shit. None of this is
feel
real
free
world.
to be annoyed. Please don't scare her out of her home
I would never
for
scare
having an
anybody
opinion.
out of her
I
home.
agree. Word
I could
up.
disagree with her opinion. I could say there's maybe
And the only-
way worse things that we're promoting here besides some misogyny, I guess you could say, or sexism in the
I
video
agree.
game. There's way
I do
worse
wonder
things.
how people can just look past the murder and all that shit and say,
I'm sure she brings it up too. I haven't watched all of the videos.
But that's a perfect example of like why aren't we maybe that's what annoyed some of these people. Like if I'm watching these videos, I would get annoyed by that. Like how are you going to take a stand about one thing that is suitable for you and then totally ignore this other shit that is like I don't think anybody's playing a video game or playing whatever those games. What is it
Call of Duty?
where you take the people's
Mario Kart?
cars?
Grand Theft Auto.
I don't think anybody's playing Grand Theft Auto and they're like, you know what, this is fun. I'm going to go do this in real life. I'm going to go rape somebody because there's a
You know
part
they
of
got a
this.
game called Grand Theft Pussy.
You getting it?
No, hell no, I'm not buying
Is it
that
real?
shit.
That's not real.
A fucking game called Grand
There's
Theft
a
Pussy.
game coming out called Grand Theft Pussy.
No, there's
And
not.
instead of cars, guess what they stealing?
Man, shut the
Pussy.
fuck up.
Is it
She
pussy?
guessed it.
Is it not pussy?
But doesn't that annoy you? That does annoy you?
What?
When with the girl calling out like it feels like
First, I think you should watch the videos.
I'm gonna watch
before
it.
you-
I'm gonna
yeah.
watch it. But
Hold on. Andrew Schultz is the king of giving an opinion on something he ain't never seen.
that's what I do.
Or heard.
That's my
Okay.
thing.
I didn't realize I was in the presence of
I-
royalty.
it's
that's
quite
what-
impressive. I'm
Okay.
like, how did he form a whole opinion?
yeah, I
on
know.
some shit he ain't even
Listen,
seen?
I will never let information stop me from having an opinion.
Right.
Never. Never. Don't ever think information's gonna stop me. Nah.
Trump knows what he feels.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
go
yeah,
off my
yeah.
gut.
His
Yeah,
gut
yeah,
is
Hashtag Bush, baby. Let's go.
Sure, sure.
man at that shit.
But seriously though, I don't know. Just some of that stuff feels like my buddy who was talking about Jezebel once. He's like, he goes. Sometimes when I'm reading Jezebel, I go. I feel like they just go. Hey, Matthew McConaughey is a sexist. Find it.
I totally agree. I'm not like.
Hey,
I'm not.
Charlemagne the God's a rapist. Find it.
No,
I don't think I'm not on like Jezebel's side, but I'm on a writer's side who gets threatened for writing.
They should never,
something.
ever. You shouldn't get physically threatened for any of that shit.
Yeah,
I
I'm not like a
completely
huge
agree.
Jezebel fan. They're scary. I honestly don't even want to
But
talk.
do you
I
know
feel
what
like they're
I'm
like the
saying?
mafia.
It's like finding. It's like we're gonna go out and find the sexism because that feeds our agenda and that's how we sell ads.
Duh.
yeah, of
Do you know
course.
what I mean? So
Totally.
it's the same shit that Fox News does. It's It's the same shit that any of these news portals do, where it's like, oh, we're going to find this really conservative approach. So don't be on there criticizing Fox News for being sexist when you're doing the exact same shit that Fox News is doing. You're manipulating the media.
Yeah, it's because it's 24-hour news cycle. It's the internet is all day, and you have to put up 20 posts a day or however much. You have to find something to write about. So now guess what? This is sexist, or this is wrong, or this is blah, blah, blah.
The problem with social media is, the gift and the curse of social media is it gave everybody a voice. And that's the problem, and that is the great thing about it. It gave everybody a voice, and it gave everybody a voice. So this shit has always been going on. It's just that now when you express your opinion, you have somebody that can tell you that your opinion is whack. And they may not even really feel that way.
Yeah.
They're just going to disagree.
They just want to disagree to dis-a-fucking
Yo,
degree.
I feel like a lot of people who disagree with these protests or make a point about, culture on the internet are doing it just so that they seem smart. They're going, hey, look what I know about what's going on. Like if we say anything about Ebola, somebody's going to come out and be like, did you know these people in Africa have Ebola and it's affecting 90% of all these other things?
They're gonna Google.
You ain't doing shit to help Ebola in Africa, but you will definitely retweet with some facts so you look smart.
Absolutely.
And Charlemagne looks stupid or Andrew looks stupid.
Absolutely.
So half of this shit is self-serving anyway. It's like, here's my point. If you're going to be self-serving, I can't take you seriously. I'm not going to take your point seriously because I know it's only serving you. It's not serving these other people. You know what I mean? I'll admit I don't give a fuck. I'm a hypocrite.
I'll admit I don't give a fuck. I'll admit I don't know. I'll admit I'll change my mind.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
But when I feel a way about something, I feel a way about something, and I have the right to feel that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, guys, we did so much good
We
work
fucking
today.
did it, guys.
We did it, man.
Brilliant idiots.
Danielle,
Another good episode.
What you have coming up, baby? You want to promote anything?
I have we have a couple videos that we're gonna drop on the internet in the can. I don't know. I don't have the exact dates yet.
Well, what's a website we
Go
can
to
check you out?
srslytheshow.com, and I have a Twitter, and I have very little followers.
Plug it.
Come
We need to get your
Twitter.
DANIMOP.
Oh, that's way too complicated.
I know.
Why you just don't say DMG or some shit?
I know. Look, I made it years ago.
Hold on. DA.
N.
I.
M.
O.
P.
P.
That's it.
Oh, that's not a Danny
Mop. Yeah.
Following.
Thank you.
I'm following you
Two
now.
tears in a bucket. Fuck it. That's what your bio says.
Yeah.
Let's go. I want to put this in the beginning, but I'm going to be out in Europe doing some comedy shows for the next 10 days. I leave tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Getting that money. Coming
baby.
back with that bag.
That's right. That euros. I'm coming back with
that
the
bag.
euros. So I'll be October 17th. I'm going to be in Antwerp, which is in Belgium, which I just found out is not Holland. That's a different place.
Yeah.
And I also found out that there is no such thing as Holland. Did you know that?
Holland as a place, a city?
There's
Nothing?
no such thing.
What is it then?
Holland is not a city. It is a province,
Okay.
but it isn't even Holland. There's North and South Holland.
I had no idea.
Exactly.
So I'm glad you told me that.
They make this shit fucking difficult for us, and then we look stupid. They're like, "Oh, Americans are stupid,"
they're
but
just
you're
making it
misleading
hard.
us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be there in Antwerp at a place called Zuiderpeschwies or something. October 18th, I'll be in Oslo at the Internet something. October 23rd, I'll be in Trondheim, Norway at Logan. October 24th, I'll be in Stockholm at Kegelbanen. And October 25th, I'll be in Reykjavik in Iceland at Harpa. So make sure you check those out.
All right,
People who
man.
are asking.
And as always, if you listen to this podcast and you think we're smart and you learn something, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast and you think we don't know shit and we're all a bunch of motherfucking idiots, you're right too, because this is the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank
Yay.
you.